For my birthday and for the month of January, these are my gaming-related pickups. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, essentially my birthday's at the end of January. If you had a birthday recently or you have one coming up, merry belated birthday or happy early birthday to you. I also want you guys commenting below, guys and girls of course, do you still ask for gamer-related gifts for your birthday? Like I said, I'm in my late 20s, I'm still getting some awesome items. So these items actually aren't just for my birthday. I have over 20 games to talk about, a console, some World of Nintendo items, but first things first, this fantastic hat that's based off of the Super Famicom or Super Nintendo, I have to talk about. Now there's actually two hats that I got. These are from gamerhats.com or Throwback Gamer on Instagram. He actually sent me these. These things look absolutely ridiculously incredible. This is felt. And the buttons here are actually raised off. I think you can get a shot of that and see how they're raised off of this. So we do have the four buttons like the Super Famicom, and on the side of this it does have a directional D-pad. This is a snapback, so it kind of fits all. And on the inside, this is kind of like a green felt material underneath. It does say gamerhats.com that you can go there. This one in particular is $35 to $40, I think, and the quality of this is absolutely outstanding. Really, what I'm looking towards doing is once I hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to be on camera a little bit, of course. We're into the 70,000, so that's going to happen eventually. And I do want to wear some gaming swag, I guess, or some gaming gear during the videos. So this will be absolutely fantastic for that. There's also this beanie hat, which looks really cool with the D-pad here, the start and select buttons, and the four buttons on here that are colored as well. This is my personal favorite beanie hat I've ever seen. I've been wearing this. It's winter in Canada right now, so it does get pretty cold where I live some days. So this one, I think it's something like $20, $25. You have to check it out on gamerhats.com. So I'm really appreciative for him to give me these and send me these. It's almost like a great birthday gift, actually, for me. Alright, so next up, let's just get into the different various systems and games that I got. First of all, this system is ridiculous. This is a classic NES limited edition. This is almost like the NES Mini, but this is actually a Game Boy Advance SP. And this system looks a lot like the Famicom as well. So here's the system itself. I just took it out of the box. This thing looks really cool. On eBay, these usually sell for like $250 in the box. If you know me as a collector, I'm always looking to get deals. I never want to pay full price for anything. So I actually made a trade in order to get this item. I made a trade with the local game store. I got another item that I'll talk about. Actually, I got the Ruby box as well. So what I did was I think I gave away Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Yellow, Mario Sunshine, and one more for the GameCube. And then essentially maybe one or two other games that weren't that absolutely amazing. And I was able to pick this up. So it was a pretty fair trade overall. And of course, any items that I don't have in my collection, I'm willing to do trades for. But I would probably never be willing to actually spend $250 on this in a one-shot go. That's just too much money for me to spend actually at this point. Pokemon Ruby Red is one of the last, well, not one of the last. I'm missing 8 or 9 box Pokemon games, which includes Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and then also I think Pokemon Black and White 1 and 2, Fire Red, Leaf Green, for example, and I think Pokemon Crystal I don't have the box for either. So I'm after the quest to get all the Pokemon games, the main Pokemon games in box. This one does not have the game. It has all the inserts and the box is in really good shape. So when I saw it, I thought I had to do the trade for that as well and pick that up. So I was really pleased to actually add that to my collection with the trade and not spend a lot of money for it. Other items that I was able to pick up locally in another game store, Partners in Time is a game for the Mario and Luigi series I've been after for over 5 years. I've been trying to find this as a good deal, and most handheld games, there are a lot of fakes out there, so I love buying the complete version of the games. Then they're likely not a counterfeit. They're likely going to be real. So my local game store actually called me up. I put my name down and my number, again, 5 years ago into this store, and they called me up randomly, and they still have my phone number correctly, and they're just like, hey, the game's in stock. Do you want to come in and pick it up? Sure. So I spent $30 on this Canadian, which American's probably like $22 or something like that. I thought that was a very fair deal to pick this up locally. I was really excited to actually get that. Then when I was in store, unfortunately / fortunately, they had a bunch of other handheld games in really good shape that I was missing. So I also picked up Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. I already have this one, but I don't have the box and the instructions and everything for it. So this one was a bit more expensive. I think American, this is like $37 or something like that. Not a bad deal whatsoever. I'm in Canada, so my prices are slightly different. That is a player's choice version, but I was just really happy to find that locally. Then I also was able to get Super Mario Advance. This is the first one. Then there is Super Mario Advance 2 in even better condition. This one's like mint shape. And then Super Mario Advance 3 also in really good condition. They resealed these up just so that they could keep them in good shape. So that means there's one more, Super Mario Advance 4. My wife actually had some of these cartridge only, but we didn't have the box for any of them. If you know my channel, I'm not into handheld collecting quite significantly yet. I'm just getting the main games like Pokemon, Zelda, and for the most part 3DS games right now. Also Mario games, of course. So these ones, they're player's choice, but I was pretty happy to get them. They were ranging in price Canadian from $30 to $40, I believe. So I think American, that's anywhere between like $22 to like $30, $33 or something like that. Not a bad deal whatsoever, considering that I'm actually finding these in the wild, quote-unquote, locally. So I was pretty happy to pick those up, and I do need those box versions for my collection as I go after every single main Mario game as well. Some of those obviously are remakes, but that's fine, I want those as well. Other games that I bought myself, let's get to some old school stuff. Let's go back to home consoles now. I think I do have 2 more games to talk about that are handheld, but those are gifts. So the Mega Man games on the NES, I've been really trying to get after. So I got Mega Man 2, probably the best Mega Man game in my opinion. That's not Mega Man X, because that's actually my favorite, and Mega Man 3. Both of them were roughly $32 US when I was on a trip to the United States. So I did pick those up a little while ago and forgot to mention them. Fantastic games. Those box versions are going to be extremely expensive to try and find later on, but I do want to get them in the box eventually. I also picked up Ice Climbers. I think that was something like $15 US. I can't remember the exact amount for that. Again, need to get the box eventually for that one too. In this same store, I picked up one of the best shoot-em-ups, or not shoot-em-ups, one of the best shooting games on the Super Nintendo, Gradius 3, and I also got the other one that's really good on the system, UN Squadron. Of course, there's Lethal Enforcers, and there's Yoshi Safari that you use the Super Scope for, but these 2 games are insanely good that I was told, and I'm not really usually into that genre, but I thought it's time that I get into them and at least start collecting those types of games. Just going to leave that right there, and I'm not sure what to do with Gradius 3, so we're just going to put that one right there. Now, other games that I got from that same place was I got the empty box for Aladdin. I had the game already, but I didn't have the box, so I picked that up. Still need the instruction manual for it. And this one was an eBay purchase. I actually watched a speed run of this on YouTube from Awesome Games Done Quick. Shoutouts if you ever watch Awesome Games Done Quick. I love watching those. So Skyblazer I was actually inspired by to try and collect and pick up, and this is a box complete version. Most of them online now are going for $150 and up. I paid like $80 for this, which I thought was a bit expensive. The box not in mint shape. The one side is a little bit damaged, but just getting this game at all. Of course, this does come with everything because it's complete in box. Not mint, but I'm happy to add that to my collection whatsoever, and I thought the price was right when I saw that online. Another game that I added back into my collection was Aero the Acrobat. I didn't think this was a very worthwhile game to have in my collection. However, the value of this game keeps going up and up and up. So I actually had this for a little while, and I was just looking to possibly use it as a trading piece, but now I think I'm going to add it back to the collection as the value has been going up, like I said. Then, Wave Race. I've never had the box for this. This is not the Player's Choice version or the million seller version. This is a very mint condition box and the manual I paid $10 for. I thought $10 is about right. You can usually find this probably complete online for $20 or less, but I just really like actually having this in my collection whatsoever. I thought that was really cool. I'm not sure if you can see it up there, but it's going up there anyways. Alright, and then also on my trip to the States, the last game that I got was Soul Calibur Legends for the Wii for $5, just slowly adding more games to my Wii collection. Just thought I had to mention that one as well. Just going to put that right there. For the Wii U, in the past little while, I'm not sure when I got these, but I picked up Minecraft Wii U Edition and Mighty No. 9. The Mighty No. 9 didn't turn out as good as it should have. I think this game was obviously supposed to be inspired by and made for Mega Man fans because it's the same creator, but it didn't do quite as well. Minecraft is really fantastic. Let me know what you think of the Super Mario mashup, and I hope that's obviously going to come to the Nintendo Switch eventually as well. Just going to keep those games over there. Now we're into the last final 2 games, and these 2 games I did receive for my birthday. I got Bravely Second End Layer, which was high up on my wanted list for a while. Bravely Default is fantastic. This one is too. If you haven't tried that before, you really owe it to yourself to play it. And Mario Party Star Rush. So some of these games I could obviously buy when they launch, but there's just so much going on with Amiibo and World of Nintendo figures and other release or old school items that I want that sometimes I save them, especially that I know that Christmas is coming and a month later is like my birthday. So those 2 games I picked up as well. If you've played any of those games, let me know as a comment below. What are your thoughts on them? Because usually they're pretty fantastic. Alright, next up, I was actually just in a Toys R Us, and these items I probably overpaid a little bit for. However, I'm just happy to have these in my collection now. So these are the Super Mario Hot Wheels editions. I'm not sure what set this is exactly, but I've never seen these in stores before. I was aware of them online. There are 6 of them. Now in the States, I think these sell for like $2 or $3, not that much. In Canada, for some reason, they were $5 each, but I was just really happy to find them whatsoever. I actually did splurge a little bit for myself and give these to myself for my birthday. I'm just trying to find what the second one is in this set, and it is Luigi. So I did get Luigi right there, and then the third one is Yoshi. So there's Yoshi. I actually love Yoshi. I think Yoshi looks absolutely fantastic on that one. Really enjoy the look of that. And then number 4 is Princess Peach. So Princess Peach just kind of has some gold in her card because she's a princess. And number 5, we have Bowser, another one of my favorites in this set. So what really compelled me to get this set was that the cars were uniquely modeled and designed after the characters, and I thought they did a really good job doing that. And number 6 is Toad. So Toad has his Toad kind of like cap on the top of this car, and it's designed after the Toad character as well. Now, paying $5 each for these, probably a little bit expensive, probably not what I actually was looking for, but I think getting them and finding them whatsoever in the wild in Canada was a little bit unique. You don't see them very often, and I absolutely love this Yoshi one. I thought my wife would really appreciate this too, because this does remind me a lot of, obviously, Double Dash on the Nintendo GameCube with that character design of that car. So those items, what do you think? $5, probably too much to pay, $30 for the set, but I was looking at shipping online American, and I think it was like $20 to $30 anyways. Thought it was an okay price to get them. And again, I don't see them very often, so who knows? Maybe they'll be collectible in the future, maybe not, but I'm taking a bit of a risk on those, but I do think it's worth it. Not sure where to put them in my collection, but maybe we'll find a place. Really, really briefly, I just want to mention, and these are awful to show on video without actually showing them up, I picked up 2 Pokemon posters. These were like $5 or $6 each. One of them has Ash and many of the Mega Evolutions, which you can't really see on that one, and this other one I'm actually a huge fan of. It's just called Ash and Pikachu, and this is a massive poster just of Ash and Pikachu, and it looks really awesome. So eventually, if I ever have a Pokemon display in my Nintendo room, I'll be using these posters. Now I'm thinking ahead, not to this Nintendo room, but the next one, because we are likely moving in a year, maybe a year and a half or so, to go to another place, and at that point, I will want to have a Pokemon wall if we can get to that. Alright. Next up, just another beanie that I happened to find. This is a Zelda beanie that I found from EB Games on sale. I picked it up because it's green, one of my favorite colors, and also because it was $5. So it was like $5 or $6 with tax, and I thought that was actually a really good price to pay for that. So that was really cool. I just want to then go to the world of Nintendo items. Not a lot that I want to mention, but I did pick up a plushie. This is actually, I don't even know, Rover. Yeah, that's Rover. So this is Rover. In Canada, these are a little overpriced. They're like $10 or more, but I found that one, so I thought I would get it. And then next up, these 2 are actually the pillow versions. This is Mario, and I already had Luigi. And this is Link from The Legend of Zelda. Now, these ones were on sale from $20 in Canada down to $15, and then it was actually buy one, get one half off. So in total, they were like $22. That's like $11 each. I thought that was reasonable for me to pick those up. That's not too expensive, actually. So I was pretty happy to get those at that price. I'm not sure if I'll ever actually use these as pillows, and I can use them on my Zelda and Mario walls, respectively, but for $11 each, that was okay. $20 seems like a little bit much. And then one of my good friends that was actually my wedding party, he gave me this. This is a Super Mario Bros. Book. And this is really interesting because as you go through the book, if you look at the bottom right corner, Mario's like running on the page, which looks pretty adorable. There's also the star moving around at the top of the sky, kind of. So this is just a booklet for you to write in. Thank you so much to my friend. You know who you are. Thank you so much for giving me that. That's a really thoughtful, nice item that I can use actually to write in. And then I also picked up, where I got 3 of the blind packs from Minish Cap for The Legend of Zelda. So I got 3 of those as well, which is pretty interesting. One of the Minish, Vaddie, and Princess Zelda herself. I think there's 2 or 3 more, like Link, that I do need to get in that set. So those ones are sealed for now, but eventually I might open those up. And while I was in EB Games / GameStop, they had this Legend of Zelda gift bag, and normally this thing is, it said it was like $8, but it was on sale for $2. I thought I would get it. It looks like it is an official Nintendo product. If I ever want to give one of my friends a gift, I could probably put it in this bag and make them pretty happy, and then maybe take the gift bag back, or maybe something like that. I'm not sure if I'll actually display this in my collection, but it looks pretty cool. You have the 3 pearls on there too with the Triforce, which looks like a really fantastic design. For $2, I bought a gift bag, because sometimes gift bags are that expensive anyways. And then just a few other items to note that I did get within my collection that I thought I should mention. I do have a new tripod. So right now my camera's sitting on a brand new tripod. It's much more sturdy, My previous tripod would actually not shift up or down in terms of like movement of the camera. It was glued because I broke it at some point. So a new tripod, thank you to my wife for that. And she also gave me, for the Nintendo Switch, a micro not USB, but a micro SD card that you can use. This is a high capacity card. This is 64 gigabytes. She found this on sale, she said, so she did not pay that much money for it. The Switch will be able to support up to 2 terabyte cards that will eventually come out that will be only that big, but they're not even out quite yet. So this I'm going to use for the Nintendo Switch. So I kind of had that in mind before the system even came out and before it's even in my hands. Please, let me know as a comment below, what is your favorite item that I got this collection pickup video? I honestly have to say that this hat from GamerHats.com is one of my favorite snapback hats that I've ever seen. I don't wear hats all that often, but I'm absolutely going to wear this, especially with the D-pad design and how the buttons pop off of this. That's my personal favorite item, actually, I got, and it was from GamerHats.com. Go check it out if you're interested in that. Otherwise, let me know as a comment below your favorite pickup of this video or what pickups you've had in the month of January. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket. Follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video. And remember, as always, go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming. Thanks for watching, everyone.